Joehoul here with all the scavenging locations in the Chalkies in Gutgash's territory. This first one is on the very southern tip. You have to enter it from Cadavanaugh. Just gotta head up this hill, weave your way into the caves. It's right up on this cliff facing out over Cadavanaugh. It's a single piece of scrap. The next one is pretty darn close. You have to come off the road that my character's on there and head in towards where that scavenging location is on the map. So you'll come right down this little canyon. And it'll be lying here on top of a pile of corpses. Another single piece of scrap. Now we're moving slightly northeast. You have to start from where I was again and move towards the scavenging location, which will be up this cliff. And once you get out, you'll run in through here. It should be right on the other side of this rock here. A little lockbox you can rip open and get a single piece of scrap from. And that's the whole location. Next we're heading east. Again, starting from the road and heading in. I'd already killed everybody here. Pre-killed. There's one piece of scrap. Two pieces of scrap. And a history relic. Dis Smegma Crazy's turf. Now we're heading a bit further north. Out in the middle of this desert, you'll find a door you can rip apart in an upside down boat. That'll lead you down into a cave. You'll have a few guys to fight. I cut that part out. And you'll find a piece of scrap on the floor in the first room, right across from a project part for the... oh, I messed it up there. For the scrap crew project. Then you'll find your second piece of scrap in the next room. Oh, with a history relic. And that's the whole location. Next we're heading even further to the furthest northern tip. Where you'll find a piece of scrap right beside a second piece of scrap. A bit further west of there is the Vantage outpost, which I always include, even though I'm not sure if it counts as a scavenging location. Make sure you get hit by that bear trap, it's very important. And you'll find the single piece of scrap right up beside the actual balloon. Now we're heading north. This one's right down a canyon. In this little tent.
Hear that?
You'll find a piece of scrap right underneath that little white awning. And that's the whole location. A bit further west of there, you'll find this little sniper tower. It's got one piece of scrap on the ground. And if you climb up to the sniper area, you'll find your second piece of scrap. Heading even further northwest. Now this old boat hull has been turned into a little workshop. Find your first piece of scrap immediately as you come upon it. Your second piece of scrap is in the living quarters. And then if you head over to the last section of the boat, where's that plane? That's a plane. Last section of the plane, you'll find your third piece of scrap right in the front of the cabin. Next, you're heading a little bit southwest. This guy's located right in the side of a cliff. He's got to climb up this old boat wreck. you'll find a, I believe, history relic. Top the pigs. Right beside a piece of scrap. Heading a bit northwest of there. This is a little building with a drawbridge running from two areas. You'll find the first piece of scrap on the ground floor before you head up the stairs. Second piece of scrap, same thing, right on the ground. Look at how much trouble I had with these stairs. Nailed it, third time's the charm. Cross that drawbridge. Cut out a bunch of fighting. And inside this little lockbox, you'll find your third and final piece of scrap. And just west of there, find this little abode. You'll find your first piece of scrap overlooking the wastes. And it's right beside the hood ornament. As you head further back into the area, you'll find your second piece of scrap sitting by the, well, it looks like the kitchen. And the third piece of scrap is outside, right beside the ladder. And now I believe we're coming to our final scavenging location on the far west side. There's a scavenging location very close to this that actually isn't considered a part of the Chalkies. It's considered a part of the territory north of it. So you'll see it on my map there, but it's not part of this section. Find your first history relic just inside that building on the left. And then if you keep heading to the back of the room, you'll find a lockbox you can rip open and get a piece of scrap out of.
Just force.
And that's that whole location. That's all the scavenging locations in the Chalkies. Thanks for watching.
Tell them to subscribe! Point somewhere for them to click, Birdie! Oh my god!